Manual work doesn't look expensive until you add up the tiny delays, the tiny errors, and the constant attention it steals every day. And over time, structure wins. Manual work is not obvious at first. It looks normal, it feels controlled, and for a long time, it worked well enough. But the disadvantage of manual work is no longer visible on the surface. It shows up in attention and in response time. That is why manual work is becoming a hidden disadvantage, not because people are lazy and not because the work itself is difficult, but because of how modern work actually flows. Effect 1. Context switching drains focus. Manual work forces constant switching. You check an email, then you update a file, then you answer a message, then you return to the task you were doing before. Each switch feels small, almost harmless, but every switch comes with a cost. Your brain needs time to reload context, what you were doing, why you were doing it, what decision was pending. That cost is paid every single time you switch. Over a day, this adds up. Over a week, it becomes fatigue. Over months, it becomes lower quality thinking. Decisions become reactive instead of deliberate. Mistakes happen more often. Details slip through, not because you are careless, but because your attention is fragmented. Manual processes increase the number of switches. You have to remember when to act. You have to check whether something was done. You have to follow up manually. Each reminder pulls you out of focus. Each check interrupts deeper work. The result is subtle, but real. Work takes longer than it should. Quality becomes inconsistent, and complex thinking becomes harder to sustain. People often describe this as being busy, but what they are really experiencing is attention drain. Automation does not eliminate work here. It reduces switching. When actions happen automatically, fewer interruptions are required. You stay with one problem longer. You finish tasks with less mental friction. That difference matters more than most people realize. Effect 2. Small delays compound. Manual work introduces delays at every handoff. A message waits until someone remembers to send it. A file waits until someone moves it. A decision waits until someone follows up. Each delay looks minor. Minutes, sometimes hours. But delays compound. One slow response pushes the next step later. That pushes the next one. And soon, the entire process lags behind. Competitors who rely less on manual steps move faster. Not because they work harder, but because their systems react immediately. This creates a quiet gap. Clients receive replies sooner. Issues are resolved earlier. Decisions happen before they become urgent. From the outside, it looks like efficiency. From the inside, it feels calm. Manual operations feel the opposite. Nothing breaks dramatically, but everything takes just a bit too long. That is the danger. By the time the gap is visible, it is already established. Response time becomes a competitive disadvantage. Even if output quality appears similar, speed here is not about rushing. It is about removing waiting. Automation shortens loops. Work moves forward without reminders, and momentum is preserved. Misconception 1. Manual work is safer. Manual control feels safe because it is visible. You know who did what. You know when it happened. You feel involved. But safety does not come from involvement. It comes from consistency. Manual systems depend on memory, mood, and availability. That makes them fragile. Automation does not remove oversight. It removes variability. The same rules apply every time. The same steps happen in the same order. The same checks are performed. This reduces errors, not increases them. The feeling of safety in manual work is emotional. The reliability of automated systems is structural. Misconception 2. Automation is only for big companies. This used to be true. It is no longer true. Most modern automation is not complex. It is not custom software, and it is not enterprise infrastructure. It is small systems replacing small actions. For large organizations, automation is an optimization. For small operators, it is protection. Small businesses feel friction sooner. They cannot afford slow loops. They cannot afford constant context switching. That is why manual work hurts them more, not less. Automation levels the field by removing unnecessary effort, not by increasing capacity, but by preserving attention and time. What this means: manual work is becoming a disadvantage not because it is wrong, but because the environment has changed. Attention is more valuable. Response time matters more. and delays are less forgiving. The cost of manual processes is no longer visible effort. It is invisible drag. Those who continue manually will feel busier as volume grows. Those who reduce friction will feel more stable. The difference is not discipline, it is structure, and over time, structure wins.